how to crush your next tech sales interview. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to knock your next tech sales interview completely out of the ballpark. Because if you're applying out there and you're not getting interviews, definitely schedule a call with us. But if you're getting interviews out there and you're not converting those interviews into offers, also schedule a call. The first thing you want to go ahead and do before every single interview that you go on as an SDR is you want to go and connect with the person that you're interviewing with on LinkedIn. So the recruiter that emailed you back saying we would like to interview you this Thursday at 2 p.m., connect with them on LinkedIn. If you pass the first round, they said we would love to go ahead and introduce you to the sales manager. Connect with that person on LinkedIn. We would love to go ahead and introduce you to the team. And that's usually like after the sales manager, they usually have you talk to some of the other team members like that you're going to be working alongside with, or the number two, like sometimes it's called like the team lead, whatever it is. Whoever it is that you're going to be interviewing with, connect with them on LinkedIn. And I'm going to tell you exactly why you want to do that. You want to show that you are not afraid to go ahead and do this job. So much of sales just requires, I would say, not so much effort, but just courage and going after it. Cold calling, cold emailing, cold messaging, cold outreach, right? Like how you're coming across off of LinkedIn is a huge indicator to how well you're going to go ahead and do on the job. And that's actually something that really helped me secure multiple offers when I was in the game was, hey, I'm reaching out to them, but I also send them a message. I'm looking forward to our chat tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'm looking forward to our chat, da 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 da. And I actually learned this from a company that I was interviewing with way back in the days in LA, where one of the people that was interviewing me was actually reaching out to me. And I was like, oh yeah, I was kind of shocked by that. But you know what else is shocking or cringy? You should be doing LinkedIn research on the people that you're interviewing with. And they will go out there and they will see this person looked at my profile. And then they're going to be like, where did I see that name again? Oh yeah, that's the bro I'm going to go out there. That's the girl I'm going to go out there and talk to. Cringe is like getting LinkedIn stalked. And it's just like, but if you send them a LinkedIn invite, hey, I just wanted to go out there and connect with you on LinkedIn just because we're going to get ready to go out there and have a chat tomorrow. And I'm very excited about this opportunity. Boom. There you go. First things first, you knock that thing out of the way. And I would go out there and also recommend this. In sales, the close is always in the beginning. It's not in the end. The close that's happening at the ending, that is just the natural, this is just the natural byproduct of a really good sales presentation, right? So the first impressions is the lasting impression. And if you have no impression, that's even worse. So come out there. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is freaking up to date. Secondly, make sure that your LinkedIn profile, your profile picture, the backdrop photo, the background photo, everything from the top to the beginning is looking presentable and it's looking professional. Why? Because so much of what you're going to be doing in tech sales is also going to be on LinkedIn. They're going to be evaluating you from like, okay, oh wow, this person's LinkedIn, because this is the next thing. When you're thinking about how to get a tech sales job, don't think about like how am you going to lock this job down. Think about what's stopping them from giving you an offer in the first place. Onboarding time is the number one thing. If we feel like this person has is going to give us more of a trouble, more of a headache, or it's going to require me to have more effort, this other person that's interviewing with me, their profile looks ready to go. I just have to go out there and make a few tweaks, and they are a proper professional representative of our company and of our brand out there in the market. You, on the other hand, it looks like I got to do all this stuff. So if you're not looking presentable out there, you're not just making cold calls. You're doing everything. You're connecting with them on LinkedIn. You're doing nurturing sequences. You're developing relationships. You're cold networking out there. Everybody that you're talking to on the job, you should be connecting also with their competitors and their number twos and their number threes. Hey, and that's also how you get the news too. It's like they're posting up on LinkedIn what's been going on with their company, right? Go out there and make sure that your LinkedIn is tip top. Okay, and if it's not, coming to school, we'll show you exactly how to go ahead and do it. The next thing is for the round one interview. Again, what's stopping them from giving you this job? Honestly, how much time it's going to go ahead and actually take for them to get you ready for it. So have metrics ready to go. If you don't have direct cold calling experience, talk about something where you went 0 to 1. You had a lemonade stand at one point when you were a kid. You had to go out there and figure this out. What they want to see is, can you succeed with just sheer effort? Have those stories ready to go. Have your answers ready for the tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work at this company? Why should we hire you? Those are 3 basic level questions, which we also have the answers for. Message us on Instagram, sales, and I will go ahead and get you. Basically a little package, a little starter package for SDRs out there. But you know those questions are going to come. Tell me about yourself. What do you know about our company? Why do you want to go ahead and work here? And then the other thing here is, hey, like, why should we hire you out of all these different people? You should have those answers ready to go. The next thing in terms of your round one and your round two interviews that you also want to be excited about is find some things that are excited about them. Why do you want to work here? Look for freaking reasons why you actually want to work there. And that starts with, okay, how do I do that, Rich? Go on Instagram. Go on Google News. What's been going on with their company? I saw you guys just secured $21.5 million for your Series B. That's exciting. I saw that you guys just recently brought Uber over to the UK. That's exciting. I saw that you recently just hired a new COO. That's exciting. I saw that whatever it is, don't go in there and talk to the company and make this amateur mistake, their mission statement. The mission statement is something companies throw up there because they feel like they have to have it on their website when they first built it and they never looked at it again. We've been around for 8 years. You can come into my apartment right now with a freaking handgun that's loaded in front of my face and say, what's the mission statement? You should know. You're one of the co-founders. I have no fucking clue. You might as well just pull the trigger right now. Seriously, like, it's like, oh, I'm so excited about the mission. They don't even remember the mission. They don't. Why would they? They're too busy dealing with shit that's going on right now, right? Other things that you need to go ahead and also follow up on is actually when you're on the interview here, have your stats ready to go. Ask them questions as well. Ask them questions about, you see how long they worked there. You want to also go ahead and do some of your due diligence because it's impossible for you to succeed if you don't have a good manager, if you don't have a good team, and you don't have a good product. What are their sales looking like? What are their revenue numbers? How many calls do they have their conversion metrics on lock? Like, okay, so what are the sales targets for the quarter? Okay, and how is that divided up amongst the teams? How is the team structured? So on average, what is the expectation working here? How many calls are you expecting me to go ahead and make? What's the average onboarding time? Ask all of these questions. And you're probably wondering, like, Rich, but I'm trying to transition for the first time as an SDR role. Does that make me come off as like a little bit pushy? Like, is it even okay for me to ask those questions? It sounds kind of rude. It's all about how you ask it and how you frame it up. If you genuinely want to go ahead and know, then you're not doing anything bad at all. Like, really, you're not. You know, you genuinely want to know. The other thing here is, like, when you're showing them how serious you are about taking this interview, because your time's not free either, even though they're paying for it. You're investing another year to 18 months of your life, and you want to know what your chances are of succeeding here because you have options. It's like, I hear this all the time from SDRs. Rich, beggars can't be choosers. No, I have a different mindset about that. Beggars have to be choosers. Otherwise, they'd be begging forever, and there's no way we can do that. Beggars have to be choosers, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be a beggar forever, right? I want to go ahead and know because I'm going to get ready to deliver for you. And, I have to have a very clear game plan. Listen, if you showed up, if you're an athlete, right? If you show up and you say, what is the expectation here? I'm going to give you guys my all. Okay, it can't be like, yo, what are we doing at the gym today? It's like, no, we're going to do 2-mile runs every single day. Tuesdays and Thursdays going to be recovery days. Monday, strength training, upper body. Wednesday, strength training, lower body. Okay, Fridays, we're going to spar. Okay, so you need, like, I'm going to come and I'm not going to do any of that crazy stuff out there. I'm going to freaking keep myself clean. I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to go out there and keep myself focused. But there's got to be a plan. You know? like what's the plan? When you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you better have a plan. When you're going into war, like, is there a plan for all of us to not get killed? You know, like, too many people, the reason why the people that don't have our program, when they're going into the interviews, they're going in there basically just saying, give me a job. And then they get the job. And then they end up at a shitty company. Or they end up at a company that was hot and is no longer hot anymore. And they're wondering, like, oh, gosh, now I got to go and, like, do this thing all over again. But it's like, should I really take a program? I mean, I technically have 4 years of experience. Yeah, but you had a job that's going nowhere, bro. And you don't want that. Wouldn't you rather be printing cash? Right? A good interview is them interviewing you, because desperation is not referable. Desperation is not going to get you a job offer. Desperation is not going to help you go out there and convert deals on the job. So you have to go out there and bring that. Third thing here is thank you letters. How are you going to knock a SDR interview into an offer? Thank you letter. The thank you letter should be very specifically tailored to why you think you didn't get the job. Hey, I understood today when you asked me that question about who is our biggest competitor, I should have answered that question. I actually didn't do the research. Owning up to your mistakes. Here are your biggest competitors, right? A thank you letter should never be about your time, thanking them for their time. It should be about, like, covering your base. It should be about reinforcing anything, any reason that they had where they were somewhat on the fence of. It should be that. That's what it should be, okay? And then lastly, if you want to knock out your next interview, go ahead and schedule a call with us so we can help you get this job. Okay? I can go on and on and on about this, but ultimately, how are you going to get better at interviewing is by mock interviewing with higher quality interview partners. You will not find higher quality people than the Elevate Tech Sales Program.